And now, live from the Elite Ringside Network studios, this is Raw Review. And here are your hosts, AJ Jensen and Spencer Hart.
No mercy. No mercy. Well, I don't know just where you came from, but I know you're going back. You better turn yourself around here, boy, before your world goes black. See, I mean to set you right here, son. I'll set you back on track. I ain't afraid to pay the number on your back. I'm a liar.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Raw Review and Smack Talk here on the Elite Ringside Network. Going to cap off another week of great wrestling, great Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. Also get you set for No Mercy this Sunday night on the WWE Network. I am joined, as always, by my awesome co-host, Mr. AJ Jensen. How you doing, my friend?
Good. How you doing?
Good. I'm doing good. Let's jump right into Raw. The winner of the of the brands this week, I think. But it wasn't. I didn't really enjoy it. As far as go home Raws are concerned, we've been pretty spoiled the last few pay-per-views, where we come to the go home show, and it's just awesome. But this one kind of fell short to me, mostly because John Cena wasn't there, and I think. I don't want it to be solely on John Cena here, but if you've been hyping this match between your two faces of the company, you think that both of them would be there, and we'll get to the Roman Reigns quote-unquote promo in a little while, because, whoo boy, suffering succotash, son. That was, okay. So, I want to start off talking about the satellite interview that they had with Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman.
I actually really liked it.
I did too. Boy, I never thought I'd be so scared of Braun Strowman sitting in front of a camera.
I also never thought he could be a talker.
No.
For big men, the golden rule is usually you have someone talk for you, or if you talk, you keep it short. He's been killing it.
Yeah, especially when he was paired with Bray Wyatt in the new Wyatt family, you really got that feeling that he's just going to be that big man that doesn't talk. But now you take a look at some of his promos and some of the things that he's said to Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, people, really everyone in the company, and he's just killing it. And I think he's on a fast track, a good fast track, I should say, of getting to the top. And, we'll kind of make our predictions as we go along the way for No Mercy. But, boy, that Universal Championship would look kind of pretty on the Monster Among Men.
Yeah, and I'm still really, really torn between, like who is going to win that match, because if anyone needs it right now, I would say Braun Strowman. Brock Lesnar has nothing to lose. Mm-hmm. If he, nothing to gain, nothing to lose, whether he wins or loses. But if Braun Strowman loses, I feel like that's going to pump the brakes on his push for a bit. Mm-hmm. I really want Braun Strowman to win in, the worst way.
Do you want Braun Strowman to win because Braun Strowman deserves the title at this point? Or is it because, from what we've heard, this is going to be Brock's last appearance for a while?
No, I really, truly feel like Braun Strowman, over, I'd say, this last year and a half, has literally picked that company up onto his shoulder and just has carried it. Especially on Monday Night Raw. He's one of the people that gets the loudest pops every time he comes out. Putting him in that feud with Roman Reigns was brilliant because they made a star out of Braun Strowman. And also with Big Show. Those two feuds right there fucking made Braun Strowman. Put him on the map.
Right.
And then just that fatal four-way, having him just demolish Brock Lesnar, solidified pretty much everything he's worked up for, since he's come up to the main roster, and just said, like, the guys in the back are all pushing Roman Reigns. I think you're pushing the wrong big guy. You should be pushing Braun Strowman right now.
And he's really gotten a push to the moon.
I hate saying this because it involves Hulk Hogan, but it fucking makes sense. Like, Hulk Hogan, I believe it was Hulk Hogan, tweeted out something that Braun Strowman is like this generation's Hulk Hogan or something like that. Something along the lines of comparing Braun Strowman to Hulk Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I don't really give two shits about Hulk Hogan anymore. But I'm like, wow, never thought about it like that.
Yeah. So I really hope that Braun Strowman wins on Sunday at No Mercy. Because he honestly deserves it. The work that he's put in, both in the ring, on the mic, really can prove that WWE can still push somebody over the natural way.
Yeah.
So I hope he wins on Sunday. I want to now turn to the women's division. And I have questions. So, Nia Jax squared off against Alexa Bliss on Monday night. Really kind of as a match to kind of showcase two of the four women in the Fatal 4-Way match for Sunday. During the match, Alexa goes to kind of run away from the match. Sasha's music hits, and then the match continues.
Alexa Bliss gets hit by a freight train?
I honestly think that wasn't how it was supposed to be. Because Alexa turned around, and I honestly think that when she hit Nia, it was one of those moments of, what the fuck just happened? She's laying on the ground like,
It looks so bad.
Yeah, so...
And, I don't know, like, the chemistry between Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love watching those two in the ring, like, wrestle against each other. I don't know what it is, but, like, those two, they flow so well together, and, I don't know, they give us some good moments.
Yeah, I completely agree. So the match continues with Sasha just hanging out at ringside. And then Nia Jax picks up the win. Then Sasha goes to attack Nia. And then Nia throws her over the shoulder. And then she's right at the point of where she's going to attack Sasha. And Bayley's music hits. And I'm thinking, what? We're 6 days away from... No, they're not. No. Yep. It's now a Fatal 5-Way match for the Raw Women's Championship.
I thought it was weird, too, because I read an article, it was like Tuesday or Wednesday, saying that they were unhappy with the reception Bayley got when she came out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Bayley's now been inserted into the Raw Women's Championship match. The only person not in the ring was Emma. And it was...
Yeah.
The funny thing was, and I don't know if many people caught this detail, but they showed a tweet from Emma, quote-unquote, behind the scenes, saying, oh, Bayley's been added to the match, how awful. If you look at the timestamp on the tweet, it's like an hour before all of this happened. I don't know if you caught that.
I didn't.
It happened at the top of the top of the second hour at 7 o'clock our time. And everything with the women didn't happen till about 7:30. And the tweet came out at 6 o'clock 6:02 to be exact. And I'm like, okay, weird. You'd think they would have blocked that one out. But Bayley's been inserted into the Raw Women's Championship match for reasons I really don't understand. It's kind of like on SmackDown, where it's like they're going to have this big match. Let's just throw everybody that we have in the match. And to me, I just wanted a one-on-one match again. But we have 5 women in the ring at the same time. And I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, it's... I feel like we've had way too many, like, Fatal 4-Way, Fatal 5-Way matches these last few months. I think we need to tone it down a little bit on those.
Mm-hmm.
And, Christ, I can probably count on one hand how many we've had in the last 2 or 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we just had a Fatal 4-Way on SmackDown. We had a Fatal 4-Way at pay-per-view.
We had a 6-pack challenge on Monday.
6-pack challenge on Monday. We had a triple threat tag team match.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just so many, like, numerous people. Like, let's get back to the one-on-ones again, please.
Yeah. I think, multi-man, multi-women matches are... In spurts, they're great. Every fucking week, it ruins the mystique. To me, anyway. I want to now move into the Intercontinental Championship picture. So let's talk about The Miz. Again. The Miz, I believe he started Monday Night Raw this week, if I'm not mistaken.
I can't remember.
I believe he started Monday Night Raw. People listening, don't quote me on that. But really, he just started talking about how, first of all, he has no opponent for Sunday.
Oh, yeah, he did. He did come out. He did start Raw.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So he then goes into this heated promo about Kurt Angle and his illegitimate son. He'll help Jason Jordan get over more, basically shoving him down people's throats. So then Kurt Angle is just talking, and Miz is just laying into Kurt, and all of a sudden Jason Jordan comes screaming down to the ring, slides in, steps in front of Kurt, and all of a sudden there's a 6-pack challenge for the number 1 contendership match at No Mercy. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I could honestly, this Jason Jordan Kurt Angle thing, just fucking stupid to me.
It was kind of a letdown with all, everything that was transpiring in the weeks leading up to his big announcement. You're thinking there's got to be like a sex scandal or something, or
it technically was a sex scandal.
Well, yeah, but
I don't like it at all.
And I don't either. It's just to the point where it's like, Jason Jordan's here, yay.
Yeah, right.
So we get to the end of the show, and we get to the 6-pack challenge. I want to read off the list for all the listeners, and I want you to picture, if you didn't watch Monday Night Raw, I want you to think about who won this match. Elias, Bo Dallas, Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, Curtis Axel, and Jason Jordan.
Yeah. Oh, fucking... Did you see that spot where Elias just leaped up to the top rope?
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I hope Elias gets a push.
I saw that, and I was just like, holy crap. Because he's a pretty big dude. And he just straight up lunged up to the top rope without a climbing or anything. And I was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
That is very, very freaking athletic.
Yeah, so, hey, no surprise here. Jason Jordan wins the six-pack challenge and becomes the number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship. Last thing I want to talk about, Roman Reigns, baby.
Oh.
Boy. So, for reasons beyond belief, John Cena was not at Monday Night Raw for the go-home show to No Mercy. And that bothers me, because you've made this whole big thing about John Cena being the face of this company, Roman Reigns being the new face of this company. They're going to battle it out to see who's going to be the new face of everything. And he's not there. That bothers me. And what bothers me more is the promo that we got with Roman Reigns as a result.
You know, I actually saw people online said that promo was lit. That promo was fire. I was like, that promo was hot garbage.
That promo was a dumpster fire.
There was absolutely nothing original in that promo.
No emotion. No.
It's like, okay, he clearly needs someone across from him talking shit to him to bring that fire out of him, because the last couple of weeks with Cena, Roman has been good on the mic. His promos have been pretty damn good. But you got someone there, you know, throwing it back at you, dishing it out to you, to give you that emotion, to pull it out. And it was just, this was so lame. There was like, there's no emotion, nothing original. Like, he at one point he's like, I don't need to talk. I let my actions do my talking. I'm like, dude, Braun Strowman literally just said that in like the last segment,
Right.
like with Brock Lesnar. Then he comes out and basically just shows a video of The Rock and John Cena's feud from like, what was that, 2012?
Mm-hmm.
And basically just said everything John Cena basically said about The Rock. And then even ended the promo the same way John Cena did. And I didn't like that. It was nothing original, no emotion. And it was just like, this is why you don't let this guy talk.
Right. I agree. So, you know, heading into No Mercy, it kind of like dipped. It kind of decreased the match's value. Because you've been hyping this for damn near a month. This is just going to be the premier, a WrestleMania-worthy match. We hear Cole scream every fucking 10 minutes. And you trip on your way to the finish line with that. And this is not just two wrestling fans bitching about, you know, another bad promo. This is basically, you build this match, you make everybody want to care about, you know, you have all these great back and forth promos with Roman Reigns and John Cena, and then you finally get to the go-home show, and just all the momentum just went right through the floorboards.
Yeah.
So, what is your biggest takeaway from Monday Night Raw, minus Roman Reigns?
Yeah, that really sucked. I'm pumped for Strowman and Lesnar.
I am too. I think Strowman and Lesnar will be match of the night. As far as Roman and Cena, it'll be great. It'll be a great match. But the build-up, just the momentum died on Monday. And I think you're going to see people kind of turn sour a bit on that. So,
kind of curious too about how Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor is going to be.
I am too. You know, it's a man-to-man match. No, you know, Demon Finn Balor, no, you know, things like that. Do you think? I want to ask you this. Do you think Goldust is going to interfere in this match?
I don't know.
Because we've had 2 weeks now of Bray Wyatt versus Goldust. Well,
Yeah.
last week we had Dustin Rhodes. But it seems to me like they're going to build this program between Bray and Goldust now. I don't know. Was Finn Balor on Monday night? Oh yeah, he was on the Titantron. I don't know. The same thing for the tag match. It's going to be a great match. It's just the build to me for the tag match wasn't really that spectacular. I thought it was going to be a triple threat match going into Sunday. Because we had the club interfere twice, but nothing.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like it was going that way, but then it kind of seemed like they basically just did that on Raw.
Right. Yeah, so we are going to take a quick break. We are going to come back. We're going to talk about SmackDown. Oh, boy. Well, we won't spend very long on SmackDown. But we will return here in just a moment with Smack Talk. That's next here on the Elite Ringside Network. Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Are you an energetic team player who loves to get into lengthy logical discussions about pro wrestling? The Elite Ringside Network is looking for talented individuals to join their staff today. We are looking for on-air talent, video editors, and blog writers. If you are interested in joining the ever-growing Elite Ringside Network, send your information today to EliteRingsideNetworkWI@gmail.com. Be a part of something great. Be a part of the revolution. Be a part of the Elite Ringside Network. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Spencer Hart from the Elite Ringside Network. Wanted to let you know about some amazing news. You can now listen to all of our great programming on the new Satchel podcast player for your Android and iPhones. Here's the deal. While you're listening to us on Satchel, you can send us a few dollars to make all of our amazing shows even better. So if you're listening to us right now on Satchel, go ahead and click on that donate button to send us some much appreciated donations. And if you're not listening to us on Satchel, I mean, come on, what are you doing? Download the podcast player right now at satchelplayer.com, exclusive friends of the Elite Ringside Network. And now, live from the Elite Ringside Network studios, this is Smack Talk with AJ Jensen and Spencer Hart.
Come on and fight back. No starting over again. We'll take it right back. From the ones we're against. It's time to rise up, even though they left us for dead. This is our last stand. Take a chance now and draw a line in the sand. It's in our
Welcome back to the show here on the Elite Ringside Network, joined as always by AJ Jensen, the man of pro wrestling. That didn't make sense. I'll work on that for next week. We're gonna go into SmackDown Live here. We start out SmackDown Live with. I want to start with this ever-growing feud between Shane and Kevin. Last week, man, I'd never thought I'd see a 70-plus-year-old man, first of all, take a headbutt, then a super kick, then a bullfrog splash from... He's not a skinny man. I thought Vince was going to die last week.
Yeah. That was brutal.
It really was, and I loved it. I'd love to see how bruised up Vince is right now. But we start out with Shane O'Mac, starting off the show. Basically, he's just cutting this promo on Kevin Owens, and I'm gonna bring massive vengeance to you. I condemn you to a ruthless beating at my own hands. I condemn you to hell in a cell. He said hell in the cell, and we'll let that one go because he's Shane. But just this enraged Shane McMahon letting Kevin know that, hey, you beat my dad. And that's not good. I really enjoyed this promo. I really think we're going to see a side of Shane that we haven't seen in a while. I mean, I think it's going to be bloody at Hell in a Cell in 2 weeks. I really do. I think, and we'll get to this in a little bit later. I think that WWE is kind of sliding towards an edgier product. we'll talk about that, and I think you have a little bit of a rant about that coming up with Jinder Mahal. But
Well, it's not just that, but I've actually seen articles. People are talking about these surveys they've been doing for WWE, asking about, how was it? Possibly bringing ECW back, possibly going more towards a TV-14 like rating again. So I guess maybe they have an idea of being a little bit more edgier again.
And as far as, like an edgier product is concerned, I think that it is time to kind of move into a new era. I don't want to say go right back into the old Attitude Era. No. You'll never be able to recreate what happened during the Attitude Era.
No, you won't.
But at the same time, this whole PG thing they've got going on now, I think you're losing some of the hardcore audience. And I think that's where people, like people posting all the pictures of SmackDown this week of just the attendance is going down. And I think that's because you've got a PG product still, and people are wanting this edgier product. They're craving this edgier product. But they're just not getting it, and they want it. I don't know.
Well, we're getting that edgier product in companies like Ring of Honor and New Japan, Lucha Underground. We're getting much more edgier product in those companies than we are in WWE. And people are starting to, I think, turn away from the E and watch these other, in my opinion, far more entertaining companies than WWE.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that WWE is trying to stay ahead of the other product. Not ahead, but stay in kind of the same competitive nature as the other product. Because they do realize there's other product out there. So when it comes to a little bit of that edgier product, sure, they would probably save it for pay-per-views where they can kind of maintain it on the WWE Network. But, I don't know. I think an edgier product in the long term would benefit WWE a lot more.
Yeah.
So let's go into our first match. Randy Orton versus Aiden English. Randy Orton wins with a beautiful RKO out of nowhere. It's what happens after the match. Rusev comes out, and he's all, you were my opponent at SummerSlam, and I was going to return to Bulgaria, hero, but then the Viper happened, and I'm going to defang the Viper. So, Randy Orton standing in the ring, and the referee is still there. Rusev gets in the ring, and he looks at Randy. He's like, you want to go again? He's like, yeah, and he rings the bell. And then Rusev pushes Randy Orton into Aiden English, who had climbed back up on the apron. He runs into Aiden English and then hits him with a super kick for the win. 1, 2, 3. 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. When all the dirt sheets had said the rivalry would continue for a few more matches, that wasn't the second match I really had in mind. It's clear that they were just, let's just have Rusev return the favor to Randy Orton for what he did to Rusev at SummerSlam. I don't know.
See, well, I mean, this is what I was talking about a couple of weeks ago, where I thought that, or what I said, I don't think this feud is over. Everyone was like, Rusev is going to ask for his release, and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure they're just getting the Orton-Rusev feud started. And clearly, here we go.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so it looks like we're going to have a Rusev-Randy Orton feud going on at least through Hell in a Cell, maybe more. Before we continue, I just thought about this. WWE has announced in November they are bringing back Starrcade. It's in November, correct?
I think so.
Now, my first question would be, is this going to be a branded show, or is this going to be... Because November is Survivor Series, isn't it?
Believe so. Yeah.
So now you've got Starrcade. Are we going to see Survivor Series this year?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I just thought about that. You know, if Starrcade's happening in November, then it's got to be a branded pay-per-view.
I wonder... Yeah, I don't know how that's going to be. The only thing I've heard so far of Starrcade was Cody Rhodes and his wife were pissed off
Oh, I would be.
about that. But also, now I heard Michael Hayes has extended an offer to Cody Rhodes to come and wrestle at that show.
Yeah. He's not going to do it. You think?
I would. It's a
He wouldn't
payday.
do that. I know it's a payday, but it's also for a company that kind of shunned you, made you into this kind of outcast, and as soon as your father died, brought back the pay-per-view that he himself created and made famous, and you really won't give the man any credit for it. If I was Cody...
I'm sure they're gonna give him the credit.
I hope so. So far, they haven't. Let me rephrase that. So far, they haven't. They haven't really said, you know, this was Dusty's dream to always bring back Starrcade or something along those lines. But I hope they really do. They have a Dusty moment, or not a tribute to Dusty at Starrcade. I really hope that happens. So I want to now go into the Jinder Mahal promo. Or as I like to call it, the butthurt promo. Jinder Mahal essentially cut the exact same promo he did with him and the Chuckle Fucks. It's just these stupid Singh brothers just chuckling and laughing and falling on the floor. If I want you to make me this promise, AJ. If you ever tell me something that's really fucking funny, and I fall on the floor laughing, I want you to immediately shoot me in the face. Because it looks so fucking stupid. Even if it was real, it's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen. That I fall over laughing. When you're laughing, you're not using your legs. So the fact that you're falling over, we're moving on. So Jinder Mahal.
I also want to make a quick announcement here. Jinder Mahal, in his one title reign now, has surpassed all three of Roman Reigns' title reigns combined.
Yay, we can forget about them.
As far as days held.
Yeah.
Apparently, well, I don't know what's with all this racist promo shit now, if they're gonna make him drop the title because of it. But before all this happened, it looked like he was slated to pretty much finish off 2017 as champion. But I guess now we'll see where that goes.
Mm-hmm. So Jinder Mahal cuts the exact same promo he did last year, making fun of Shinsuke Nakamura and the way he talks, his heritage, things like that. It was dry humor. You and me both agree that it wasn't racist. People, like you stated before the show today, people are up in arms that this was racist and this is the stupidest and dumbest thing that WWE's ever done. No, it wasn't racist. Sure, it was edgy. It was edgy as shit. Even to the point where the fans in attendance, that's too far, that's too much. It wasn't racist. But it was edgy.
I don't know. This pisses me off because it's like what we were talking about earlier is everyone for years has been bitching about WWE being more edgier, and we finally get something that pushes the envelope, and what happens? They bitch and fucking complain and cry about it. Right. Oh, that was too far. That was racist. Shut up. Jesus Christ. Like, I've heard more about this in 2 days than I've ever heard about Vince McMahon dropping the N-bomb on freaking Monday Night Raw.
Right.
Or SmackDown or whatever it was when he called John Cena the N-word.
Right.
I've heard more in 2 days about this Jinder Mahal thing than I ever heard about that. And it just doesn't make sense to me. Because back then, they still had the, mature rating and the edgier content. And this is what the fans want. They want that, and then they give it to them, and they bitch and complain, oh, it's racist. Oh, God. The goddamn internet wrestling community cannot make up their fucking mind.
Right.
You want something, they give it to you, you complain.
Right.
You want something, they give it to you, you complain.
Right.
It's like Groundhog's Day, just over and over again.
Yep.
We want someone else pushed. They push someone else. Not that guy.
Not him.
Yeah, it's so dumb. It's sometimes fans piss me off. I get why my actual in-ring competitors legit hate fans sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Because they can't make up their mind. They can't actually just enjoy the product. So, let's move on to something that'll make us very, very happy. Dolph Ziggler. Oh, sorry, I couldn't get that out with a straight face. Dolph Ziggler, once again this week, treats us to his homage to wrestling entrances. This time, I got 2 words for you. It's awful. So, Dolph Ziggler decides he's going to mock the entrances of Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and then Degeneration X. Which, granted, it was a nice little nostalgia pop where we listened to the DX song. But this is obviously leading into a feud with Bobby Roode at Hell in a Cell.
I really, really, really want Dolph Ziggler to come out at one point. Not his music, but I just want to hear that static. And then fucking Cult of Personality starts playing. He comes walking out backwards with the freaking hoodie on, turns around, whips the hoodie off, and it's Dolph Ziggler. I really want to see that once before he's done with this.
They won't do it, but I know that every fan in attendance, watching at home around the world, just wants it to happen. They know that nothing's going to happen with it, but they just want it to happen. Because, granted, CM Punk's entrance, in my opinion, it's one of the best songs. I love Call to Personality so much. So, I would love that. Like, do it out of nowhere. Don't do it during one of these fucking bullshit Dolph Ziggler, I'm going to mark the entrances of everybody in the back thing. Just do it out of nowhere. Like when Kevin Owens last week was cutting this whole thing about, Vince McMahon, come out here. And Shane's music hits, and all of a sudden here comes Dolph Ziggler. That was perfect. Do it like that. That would scare the shit out of everyone and think, oh shit, is he back? Oh shit, oh it's Dolph. Fuck. Oh, fuck you, Dolph. It'd be great to do it like that. But yeah, Dolph just, pew, his value is, I think Dolph's on his way out of the company.
Yeah, I think this is his last run.
Yeah. I want to turn quickly now to the Kevin Owens, and this is really where we're going to end. We'll just recap a couple things here. We have about 5 minutes left. AJ Styles set to defend the United States Championship match against Baron Corbin, but Corbin attacked Styles before the bell, leading Ty Dillinger to come out and attack Corbin, and just mass chaos ensues. The match never happened, and this is obviously going to lead to a triple threat match, I think, in Hell in a Cell, for the United States Championship between Corbin, Ty Dillinger, and AJ Styles. I also want to quick go over the New Day defeats the Hype Bros. The Hype Bros, interesting little moment backstage where Mojo turns to Zack and says, if they want things to change, they're going to have to do something drastic. Is a Hype Bros heel turn on its way.
I'll take it.
You think?
Because it's better than the shit that they're doing.
That's fair.
I actually think a Hype Bros heel turn could be awesome.
I think it could too.
But instead of calling them the Hype Bros, call them the Heel Bros.
We're the Heel Bros, bro. You know it, bro. Dun, 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 dun. Some punk-ass music. Anyway, I think that'd be a great idea. Let's talk about Kevin Owens here real quick for the next 4 minutes, roughly, before we gotta take off. Kevin Owens, live via satellite. Basically, this wasn't a Q&A. This wasn't an interview with Tom Phillips. This was just Kevin saying, I have nothing but respect for you, or for your father, for your family, but what you did to your father is nothing compared, or what I did to your father is nothing compared to what I'm going to do to you. How excited are you for the Shane-Kevin match at Hell in a Cell?
I'm looking forward to it. It's either going to be really, really good or it's just going to flop horribly. I'm leaning more towards it's going to be really, really good.
Yeah.
But, there's always a chance. I thought Undertaker and Shane McMahon Hell in a Cell was a flop, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't think that on paper going into that
No.
match is going to flop.
Right.
But essentially it did. I mean, it was bad.
Right.
But I think, obviously Kevin Owens is younger, more agile than Undertaker. They'll be able to do a lot more together because he's not old as dirt.
That's
and
fair.
so I think we'll see some cool shit. Now it's just, okay, it's Hell in a Cell again. Everyone's like, well, Shane jumped off the last Hell in a Cell. What's he going to do this time? And I just feel like you're going to get to a point with him where it's like Kofi Kingston at the Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
You only have so many tricks in your bag that's going to be cool. More so with the Royal Rumble, like the ways he's stayed in while he should have been eliminated. Hell in a Cell, it's like you either jump off the thing or you go through it. That's about it.
Right.
Now, I'm hoping, because I correct me if I'm wrong, but I do not ever remember seeing this. I want to see Shane McMahon do like a Spider-Man type thing where he climbs the inside of the Hell in a Cell and then like kind of monkey bars across the cage on top and then maybe like drops an elbow while hanging from the inside bottom part of the ceiling of the cage.
I think that'd be great.
Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it could be really good. I'm looking forward to it. I also know I heard a rumor that the Usos New Day match might be in Hell in a Cell too.
We haven't had it confirmed yet, but you and I talked about this last week.
Thought I saw an article saying that that's where they were going with it.
Yeah, it's definitely where they're going. Because you got to one-up their match from the Sin City street match, or street fight, which was amazing. It's clear that they're going to have Hell in a Cell with these two. So they'll probably announce that next week. Going into Hell in a Cell. So, final thoughts real quick, last minute, going into No Mercy on Sunday. Who's going to walk out the big winner?
Well, I want Braun Strowman to win. I think Brock Lesnar is going to win. If I had to put money on it, I honestly think Brock Lesnar is holding that title a full year until WrestleMania, where he'll lose it to Roman Reigns. But you never know. He could lose it here at No Mercy and maybe pick it back up the Royal Rumble, where I'm guessing Brock Lesnar will return. Since they've already said he's out basically after No Mercy for the rest of 2017.
Right.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Just gonna sit back and watch and see what happens.
Hell yeah, we'll be live tweeting on Sunday. You can follow us on Twitter at AGens81, at Spencer Hart, ERN, and at ER Network 247. You can follow us on Facebook as well, facebook.com/ER Network 247. It's going to be a great weekend. So for everybody here at the Elite Ringside Network, and for AJ Jensen, I'm Spencer Hart saying, I hope you guys enjoy No Mercy on Sunday on the WWE Network. We will see you guys next week for Raw Review and Smack Talk. See ya!